Hi guys, welcome to my channel Final Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. For today's video, as you know from the title, we're going to be playing with the Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe palette. So this incredible palette here with the beautiful artwork. Love how they did this. And it is one of my favourite Nomad palettes in my collection, but I've only ever done one video on it, which I did 2 looks in that video. And I'm just eager to play with it again for spooky season this year, and to particularly dip into these colours again, the more grungy grey kind of smoky tones in the palette, where my heart is with this one. But it's such a cool colour story. It was just unexpected and not your typical Halloween release, and that's what I loved about it so much. So I say, I think a lot of you picked this one up last year, and I know they had a 25% off sale this year on it because they are retiring the palette, which is super sad, but I'm guessing a few more of you might have picked it up then. But if you don't have this one, there's other things you could play along with, I'm sure. We're just going to be dipping into mainly greys in this one and silvers, so it's one that you could easily recreate with anything that you have, I think. But without further ado, I'm going to scoot you in, we're going to get started and create another look with the Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe palette. Hey guys, so my thoughts for this one then is that we're going to be playing in this area here, specifically probably these 4 shades, and create something quite deep and murky and grey. But then I'm going to do some liner work with my Suva Beauty Hydra liners as well in Grape Soda. So to start off the look, I haven't primed yet, and I'm going to go in with a eyeshadow stick from Lancôme. This one's in the shade Taupe Quartz. Just wanting something grey and smoky to start off the look. I just thought it would really help to get that intensity that I'm looking for. These are great. I don't even know if they do them anymore, but if they do, highly recommend. They go on so easy and they really create a nice depth to your look. So already you could just blend this out and you've got a look already, to be honest. I've not taken that all the way up, but I've taken it most of the way. I'm going to sort of almost be doing a smoky eye, but kind of slightly winged out. And I thought it might help to create the shape with the liner, and then we can sort of follow the lines of that. I'm going to put some of that on my lower lash as well. So did you guys see that Nomad have sneak peeked another release that's coming this year? They're going to be doing a Christmas release, and I'm hoping it's something like Finnish Lapland. That would be awesome, but I love Christmas. I haven't picked up the rest of the Nomad palettes this year because I've been on my low buy. I was super tempted to get the Hudson Valley. I think they just have the most beautiful colour stories. The Fates de Provence one looked beautiful. Well, they've all looked beautiful. The Rainforest one they had, the Costa Rica one, can't remember the name of it, but you guys will know. Yeah, they've all been so inspiring to me, and it's been quite tough to resist them, to be honest, but I probably will consider picking up the one that they've got coming, as I say, that's a Christmas theme. Although that will take me over my 10 palettes, because I have ordered a couple of palettes, which I'm not going to talk about until they're here. But they were in a sale that I couldn't resist, and yeah, might end up getting 12 palettes, because I'd love to get the Nomad Christmassy one, and also Luna Beauty, I've got one coming out, and I'm a sucker for them. I just think, man, he doesn't release too many things, and when they come out they just are done with a lot of love and care and attention, and they're just my kind of releases. So I don't want to not get that if it's something that I like, but obviously we've not seen it yet, but I think it's going to be Northern Lights inspired, which I'm all about. Okay, so we've got the shadow stick down. Love how that's looking already. We're going to go in with Bram Castle next, which is this kind of lavendery grey shade here. Super pretty. I'm going to use a slightly angled blending brush to apply that one, so I can kind of go over the line that I've created there. As I say, trying to keep a V shape going on. I am going to wing it out a bit, but at the moment I just want to stamp the colour down and get it super pigmented. But shadows go on pretty pigmented over this base, so I never hear anyone talk about these, so perhaps they're not available. I'll have to do some research and actually find out if they are still available, because It'd be super sad if they're not, because they are really good. It goes back to the days before I had my channel, so I've probably had these about 4 or 5 years, but I used to love Lancôme, and it used to be the only brand I used to buy for a while. I used to use their foundation, their blush, I even used to buy their little mini eyeshadow palettes that they did, because, as I say, I'm a sucker for a bargain, and they would quite often do buy 2 products and get like a makeup bag of other products free. So tried a lot of their products and really like them, but these shadow sticks are one of their better products as well. Love their lipsticks too. Okay, like how that's looking. Just want to blend that out a bit around the edges now, while still kind of keeping this V shape going on in the outer corner. We are going to be deepening up with Black Forest, the dark bluey grey shade in the palette. I'm just going to dip slightly into Brown Castle just to help me with this blending on this corner here, where we seem to have a bit of a harsh line that I don't want. Now above that, just to get a bit more smokes in the look, we're going to go in with Ghost River, which is this one here. Just going to use that same blending brush that I've been using, which I think is by Crown. Yeah, Crown brushes. I've had this brush for years. I picked it up at a beauty show at Birmingham NEC years ago. It's been a long time since I've been to one of those sort of things, but it was a makeup heaven there, and the Crown stall had so many brushes. I picked up a Spectrum set there as well, and a lot of the brushes that you see me use I got at that event, because they were heavily discounted and pretty good. Right, next we're going in with Black Forest, this blue-grey here. I want to concentrate that in my outer corner, using an Exact Blend E32 by Sigma, because it's quite a stiff brush. Hopefully that will help me to really focus that there. Sort of going in an angled shape on this outer V here. Just really getting some depth and smokiness into this look. Just going to turn that on its tip and just focus a bit of that just on the outer corner of the lower lash line here. Don't want to bring that in too far, but I really want to get some drama into the look, and that's really helped to do that already. Okay, now going in with NYX Glitter Primer. I'm going to cut my lid sort of across here, so pretty much everywhere that we've put that shadow stick that we haven't put much shadow on yet, and I'm going higher than my natural crease line just to amp up the drama a little bit more. I do that quite often anyway, because it always makes your eyes look bigger than they are. Right, I'm going to take the shade The Catacombs, this one here, and kind of trace where I've cut the crease a bit there. And this one's a really pretty shade. I'm going to take that all the way into my inner part of my lid here, right into the crease there as well. For the rest of the lid, I'm going to go in with Big Bad Wolf, which is this one. It's just a little bit more darker and greyer in tone, a bit more gunmetal than Catacombs. Probably end up looking quite similar on the lid actually. And that's going everywhere where we haven't got shadow at the moment. So this area in the middle here, I think you can see a difference between the two shades, but it's very slight actually. On the front part of my lower lash line here, I want to go in the shade Krampus, just to give us a little bit more interest just at this front part here. Just picking that up on a pencil brush. For a bit of an inner corner highlight, we're going to go in with this shade here. It's not that bright of a colour, but I think it will just give us just a little pop, just in this very inner corner here. In my waterline, I'm going to go in with the Nabla Cupid's Arrow Stylo in number 3. For a bit of fun now, I'm going to do a little bit of graphic liner, and we're going to go in with the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in Grape Soda. Okay, so I want to take a bit of a graphic line from the front and trace it through my crease. It's one of these things you just have to go for and hope for the best, because it's not easy to do, so we're just going to go for it. Something along those lines. That's not too bad actually. That's better than I expected it to go. Just going to finesse it a little bit. I don't think that looks too bad actually, just got to replicate it on the other eye, which is always fun times. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I'm just going to hop off camera to finesse it a little bit, put some mascara on and a lip, and I'll be back with you with the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I love it. I really love the gunmetal grey kind of smoky vibes contrasting with that grape soda liner, and it's something a bit different for me because I don't try to kind of wing the liner up like that and not do a wing liner, and I just thought it was just something different but kind of cool as well. I need to get better at it. I'm not a pro at these Hydra liners by any means. I end up with a line a little bit thicker than perhaps I might have intended when I tried to finesse it. I think you're better to just go for it and then just leave it, to be honest, but yeah, you never get any better at things if you don't keep doing it. So I want to persevere with that, but I really think it looks cool though, and yeah, I'm glad I had a go. But to finish off the look, I've gone in with a classic horror lipstick from LASplash. This one's in the shade Phantom. Thought it was the perfect shade to match that liner and to really bring a bit more drama to the look, as if it wasn't deep and dark and dramatic enough already. This was a lot of fun to create. I'm really having a blast, like delving into my older eyeshadow palettes for Halloween and yeah, creating things with what I have. There's been lots of things that have tempted me for sure, but I've got so many awesome things in my collection, and I'm sure you do as well. So if you've got this palette, definitely dig it out and create some looks with it. You could do something a lot more pumpkin vibes and a lot more like green and orange and a bit more toned down with this palette, or it can go super dark and smoky like I've done here. It's such a good palette. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they're going to bring us next. But thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope I've inspired you to perhaps have a go with your Hydra liners or whatever ones you've got that are similar to that. Just as a side note, Suva Beauty are bringing out what looks to be an awesome £5 palette of their Hydra liners, but they're going to be chrome. They just look awesome. So I'm definitely going to be buying those. I'm on a low buy for eyeshadow, but nobody said I couldn't buy Hydra liners, right? So definitely going to be adding those to my collection because I can't wait to get a proper chrome silver liner in my collection. I think that would be awesome and so cool. But yes, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're keeping safe and well and enjoying spooky season, and hopefully catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.